Hello, hello, can you hear me? Hopefully the audio isn't having issues again this time. After last stream, there was a bunch of like rubber pulling sounds or whatever. Going back through it, pain in the ass. Sound good? Alright. Because I spent like an hour moving everything from Streamlabs over to OBS Studio, so I ended up shifting a lot of stuff around, but I did a few tests and it mostly seemed to sound good, so hopefully it lasts the entire stream. How are you all doing? Been a month? No, 2 months. We were on break for a month since the last chapter release. And in the meantime, we had Bruschetta. Let's spoke Kishibe Rohan episode 12 in the meantime. I have not read that, so I think I am going to follow up the reading of the chapter with reading that. It sounds like it should be fun. Would you rather debug audio or FFT again? I'm still doing the FFT stuff. Pain in the ass for such a simple visual thing, but hey, it'll look cool in the end. Haven't checked it out either, probably should. Well, you can read it alongside me as I'm going through it later then. But yeah, in the time since, like, I think it was just a couple days ago, it was like the manga deck's takedown, so I had to reconfigure how I was going to end up reading it this time around. So hopefully that works out too. Should be fine though. I did my due diligence this time. I'm very curious about what's the chapter's gonna be focused on this time. I have seen the cover page and that's it. So I know that, what was it, Ningbo? Was that his name? Who's on it? I don't remember their names too well. I think they just like mentioned it once a couple chapters back and haven't since. So I guess we'll see. So I'm guessing we're gonna get stuff with Merome and with Paco and Usagi. Everyone trying to remember their names. Yeah, the thing about it is, like, they're all like port cities, right? So if you know those cities well, then you should be able to remember them. Like, I remember Key West pretty easily, but I'm not familiar with the other locations, so the names just don't stick in my mind as well. But we've been live for about 8 minutes, so I think we can just like get into it pretty quickly. Not too much preamble that we need to cover, and we have 2 chapters to read anyway, so Lame Shabang, is that how you pronounce it, or? Anyway, right. Okay, so very, this is on screen, right? Yeah. Yeah, the same damn pose again every time without fail. Got his hands up in the air like he just don't care. I like that it's like, who was the last JoJo that had like a pose, like a consistent pose? I think he's probably been the most consistent about it out of like any Joestar, which is funny because like JoJo is known for like characters having a particular pose that is associated with them. Jotaro's point is definitely, yeah, Jotaro has that point going through all the way to the end, and then I think even in like 4 and 6 he has it a lot. Jody is in a constant state of getting arrested right as he's posing for covers. Seems like it. Alright. Let me... we could just leave it like that. Alright. Alright, so these two. Lame Shabang and Ningbo. I believe Lame is the one on the right and Ningbo is the one on the left, if I remember correctly. And the chapter title is Lame Shabang's Investigation. I really hope I'm pronouncing that right, but I know that I'm not. So, we'll see. Oh, and yeah, since the last chapter, we got the Steel Ball Run announcement. That's fun. I love like the fact that if you go through the like the magazine releases of JOJOLion and the JOJOLands, actually I think just JOJOLion up until now, you can like track the release of the JoJo anime through it, and every like 20 or so chapters at the bottom it'll be like production on a JoJo part 1, part 2, well not part 2, part 2 was with part 1, part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6 anime. No, did 6 get one? Was that like timed right as we hit the hiatus between JoJolion and JoJoLands? I'm not sure, because it was like about 3 years ago. I think it might have been like just as we ended. So it might have just been like Phantom Blood, and then Stardust Crusaders, and then Diamonds Unbreakable, and then Golden Wind all had like notifications of it in the magazine releases of JoJolion, which is pretty funny. And then we also have the Thus Spoke at the Confessional movie. That's pretty fun. That's really interesting that that's getting a theatrical release. I haven't seen any of the live action Thus Spokes. I'd be interested in taking a look at them, but yeah. Anyway, let's just get into the actual chapter. they give chase after Meryl is kidnapped. So we're definitely focusing on Usagi and Paco while what's going on the boat is like left more as a cliffhanger. Monorail closed. Is this Eco that they headed towards? Oh shit, Paco with the dark determination. It's very odd which characters like get that specific like flame in their eyes. It feels like really random at times because it started with Jolene, I believe, right? And then Johnny and then Gappy. But occasionally you'll get a character like Paco or like did Rai get it at one point? I feel like we've had like 2 or 3 just like side characters who have just randomly gotten it because it's like more of a thing in the back half of JoJo. It's very odd. Kato, Rai, and Weather. Oh yeah, what Kato did have it, didn't she? Rai had it. I don't recall when Weather had it. Interesting. They love Meryl May. That's the thing, cause like I even think last chapter there was like a direct allusion to like how Meryl May is connected to Pulpo and Golden Wind, right? Like there was a similar thing shared between them. But this time around, like she compared to Pulpo is taking more of a like a Bruno role with her relationship to our group, which is very strange. Yeah, the fingers being blown off. Hmm. Yeah, the dark determination is just like it's just showing the intent of the characters that they're willing to kill. It's just something that developed later on in the series, so there's not really much purpose to it beyond that. It's like not tied to the Joestars or anything. It's just like a visual indicator. It's just very interesting to see where Rocky applies it. I never had any friends before, not one. I mean, it's obvious, right? You know how I am. But Meryl May, she said that I'm a good kid. Oh man, oh man. Meryl May is gone. If Meryl May leaves me, I won't know who to trust anymore. Speaking of like kind of parallels to Golden Wind characters, like it's very interesting how Usagi's kind of like got that Narancia stuff going on where he's like the most emotional of the group and like very clearly has an emotional attachment to the leaders, but in this case it's Meryl May instead of someone like Bruno who's directly involved with their actions. Hmm. Nobody even gave 2 shits about me before her. Hey, Usagi, this is really bad, man. If Meryl, well, it was only her. This is really bad, man. If Meryl May's gone, I've got nobody. Hey, listen to me. Usagi, listen. You don't have to let this get to you. You have nothing to be ashamed about here. Our relationship is purely about making money. That's the only reason we're teaming up right now. Same goes for Jodio, Dragona, Charming Man. This relationship is about whether we gain or lose money. So if you're feeling like this is too intense for you, then go ahead and quit. This is a very interesting way of like putting that out there in the spotlight. Cause obviously like that's the undercurrent of what they're working with. Like they're developing a kind of camaraderie amongst them, but like in their minds they're doing this for specifically getting rich, all of them. So it's interesting that he's pointing it out right now. Because it's clear that Usagi isn't the only one with some kind of attachment to Meryl May, given what I believe it was last chapter what we saw of Paco's backstory, where he like needed to make money or something for his dad who was in prison. I need to go back and review what was happening with that. because it's been 2 months and I don't really remember it all that well. You don't have to come with me. You can bow out. There's no shame in that. There are 2 police officers in Meryl May's boutique. Alright, so they're at Ego. If we go in there now, you're gonna be in for a rough time. As in for your whole future. Your adolescence, your whole life from here on out is gonna pay a price if you go in there. Either way, know you'll have good friends one day. Don't sweat it, okay? Even if you bow out, I'll make sure you get a share of Howler's assets. It won't be the full amount your share was originally going to be, though, of course. I'm liking Paco a lot more as time has gone on. Like, obviously, you can't tell what he actually means here, like how much that's gonna be, but like technically, all Usagi did was help out with the documents when the no, I suppose that's enough. Like, there's some kind of like level of honor to what he's doing, which I think is very interesting. I didn't mean like that. That's not what I was saying, Paco. I mean that if we hurry, we could still stick them back on. But I don't know, it could already be too late. Are they talking about her fingers? Yeah, Passione would have iced Usagi here. I don't think so, because like again, comparing to Narancia, it's kind of similar to like when Bruno left Fugo and Narancia behind at in Venice, and like he was very clear about that. Obviously, it's not like directly the same thing, but it's like very similar situations where like you can just do what you want. I can't like order you to do something like that. You should just follow your heart. I don't blame you for whatever you choose, but but we've got to hurry. I was thinking about how such an awful thing happened to Meryl May. Ugh. I got some ice from the school vending machine and put it in this cup. If we hurry, we can reattach the severed tissue. The nerves will reattach too. Usagi, bro, I don't think that's. I mean, maybe. I don't think you can sew that up. Like, what doctor are you gonna bring her to? You brought them, the 3 fingers. So, are you going in too then? Inside the shop? Those sacks of shit. Yeah, I'm coming. I'll kill them myself. Hmm. Okay. Alright then. We're going in through the boutique's rear entrance. And remember, Lulu-chan and Yokohama are in the hidden room. Are in a hidden room. Open that dashboard panel. Only use it for saving Meryl May. I'll let you hold on to it. So, the school principal has a side job. Oh shit. What a lovely boutique you have here. You ever hear the saying that if you open on the main street of Waikiki, no matter what kind of shop it is, business is granted to boom? She looks weirdly small here, right? It's not just me. Like, something's off with the perspective, given what we've seen of her before. Like, even here, she looks way different. Alright. Going into the back. Ningbo used his stand to destroy the handle. Okay, it's just destroying the entire thing. Yeah, she just looks weirdly small here. Is it like a thing like with Koichi where like her size is just exaggerated and she's just kind of normal height, really? It's just like an indicator of her presence. Even if she's kneeling, like it's still hmm. Also Araki's fashion designs. I am surprised at this point that Araki has never just like actually made designs for like a runway or something. It seems like something he would have done at some point, given everything else he's done. Like, look at these. These are really cute. I love the kind of bunny one. No one here. Principal Meryl May. Want to see it again? You understand? Okay, I've started recording. Someone at the Met Gala wore an outfit that was inspired by Giorno. Yeah, I saw that. No, do you understand? When I ask you a question, you answer. You can keep it simple. Just a yes or a no. Can you do that? Sure, you can. Sure, you can keep it quiet. You can lie. You can lie by omission, but you're just putting yourself in trouble down the line. Simple, right? I think it's pretty straightforward. See, like, look at her Meryl May's face compared to Lamb's face, like down in the bottom left, and then look at her size compared to. I guess it's kind of similar. It looks like she's completely different sizes in different panels. The perspective is weird, I guess. Paco Laborantis has comrades. When we checked the hospital cameras, we couldn't get any clear images for some reason, but we know he was a part of a group of 5. We want to know their identities, each of them. And there's one more thing which we think is connected. There's a girl called Lulu Chan that's gone missing. We're looking for her. You're the one giving orders, giving that group orders, yes? Principal Meryl May? Hey, 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 I just asked you a question. Cat got your tongue? There's a liar here. You really should answer, you know. That or here. Would you like a towel? Ah. And that's how the fingers got severed. Okay. How did Pulpo lose his fingers? He just kind of ate them, right? That's all that happened. Okay, there we are. It's odd, I must say. Principal Meryl May. We came here to this eco plate. Oh, wait. I thought that was a flashback for some reason. She just did it again? Or was this just happening before? Okay, I'm a bit confused about the timeline of events. We came here to this eco place because you told us it was your hideout back at the school principal's office. But now that we're here, we don't see anyone. Where's Paco Laborantis? I'm asking a question. I'm now asking about Paco Laborante's whereabouts. Where is he? It was only 3 of her fingers last time. They just got rid of her last 2. Okay. I'm not sure I understand like which fingers it is, but alright. Take your word for it. Oh, another oddity. The nematodes are drawing back. You're not lying. So despite not knowing Paco's location, you told us that this was your hideout before. So it's like a lie detecting set of nematodes? No, it was a recording of what they did when they did it. Oh, this whole section. Oh, this was when they were in her office. Okay, I see now. And then she stops showing the phone here. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, duh. Okay. Weird that they would show it to her as a way to get her to comply instead of just like telling her, hey, you don't want us to get rid of your other fingers or something, but it's fine. Hmm? Oh, another yeah, alright. So Paco isn't here, but then what exactly is going on here? Ningbo, what's going on behind that panel? It's just warehouse space. There's just some boxes and coat hangers there. I see. Yes, I'm willing to bet on it. There's a hidden door concealing a secret room. Principal Merrill May, why exactly would someone like you have one of those made? And just what has your team done to Hallershi? Hallershi? Like boss? Or right. The truth of your misdeeds will eventually come out. You folks are in quite a bit of trouble, I'll have you know. Okay, next question. How many people are hidden in this room right now? Is it 1? Oh, is that right? 2, eh? In that case, Principal, I understand how you feel, but do calm down. I'm going to be pointing my finger now. So it's more than just like it's more than just like a lie detector. It's just like sensing, like you don't even need a response. You just can kind of sense what they're feeling, what they think is the answer to that. Hmm. It's kind of terrifying. Say. Alright. When I point to the location of the hidden door, you just nod. No struggling or yelling out now. Got it? Oh, that side, is it? It's below us. So is it like a secret room or? I'm opening it. 4, 3, 2. You two. Did you come here already knowing about the money? About how our target is $15 billion? Howler has over $50 billion in assets, and we have a means of getting all of them. And we will. That is a certainty. That's why we're doing this. $50 billion. That's the truth. Didn't you hear about it from Howler? Now, I don't know how much you're getting from Howler on to go on this mission from him. But if you open that door and you see what's in the basement room and you report about it to Howler on your phone, then that $50 billion will all turn to zero. Understand? Zero. It'll mean the two of you become zero. Don't report this to Howler. 50 billion. It's a bluff. Don't trust her. Don't open the door. There's also the idea of shares to consider. Open it. She's really just Tsurugi too. She's got her own like hidden room in the ground that she's just living the life up in. That's amazing. You're kidding me. She's just got like potato chips and whatever. That's so funny. They got her a bunch of toys. She's just in the middle of having had a meal. Just chill. Oh, and then he's over there. It doesn't even look like she's being held captive there. She just looks like she's just there for her own shit. It's the girl. It's the missing Lulu-chan. What on earth? I never thought she'd be here. And there's another person on the bed back there. Someone injured. Who is she? Who is he? I know that face. That's the division chief from Dolphin Bank. The one who's always doing business with Howler-san. Why? Did he hear something? Ooh. What? Oh, the door was open and he slipped in behind him, I guess? Starting bell rings on Paco versus Ningbo. Interesting. I love how Paco just like his modus operandi is just to like hang from the ceiling inexplicably in every situation. He already did this back during when they were invading Rohan's villa. It's very funny. I mean, pretty good chapter. Not much really to say. I'm kind of sad that we're leaving what was going on the boat as a cliffhanger and not just resolving that first, but I get it. I'm very interested in like the whole relationship that Merome is developing with the rest of the gang, because she's really like the brains of the operation generally, but you know. Hmm. Honestly, like we didn't really cover that much throughout this entire chapter. Now that I think about it, like we got more elaboration about Lame Shabang's like standability and stuff. Ningbo we kind of already knew, and we got some more elaboration with Usagi and Paco's relationship with Merome. But otherwise, it was kind of just like more like kind of building up intensity. You know what I mean? Which is fine, but hopefully we actually get some stuff going next chapter when Paco and these two start fighting. I wonder if Lame Shabang's stand ability has more actual use cases than just like lie detection. It's very weird how like the nematode stand is just its main use case is detecting what people are thinking. That's very strange. I honestly don't have that much to say about this chapter, which is good because we have another chapter to cover anyway. But Lulu's very funny this chapter. I'm honestly like starting to think that she's going to join up more and more. Cause like, why is she just chilling out here? She just does not care. Is that the same exact teddy bear that Toru wears on his shoulders? I think it is. I think it's the exact same design. The shorter chapter makes sense since Araki did 5 extra drawings for all the Rohan shit this month. Was it even a shorter chapter? It feels like 31 isn't exactly short. It's like kind of typical length. It's just that a lot of it was kind of just like them creeping further into the boutique. The Toru one has his tongue out. I guess that's a bit different. Anyway, let's move on to Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan, episode 12, Bruschetta. Which is a very strange name for a chapter. JOJOLands has been 40 plus consistently. Has it? I guess so. Has it? I feel like it's been more like 35 around, like on average, but I might be wrong. Okay. But this one's 51 pages, pretty long. Apparently, that's what it says here. Ah, Kyoka. It's so funny to me. It's so unbelievably funny to me that Araki just made it so that there's an exact duplicate of Rohan, Kyoka, and I know it's Bacon, in both continuities of JoJo. It's just very funny to me. Like it's so like opaque. Baseball. Seriously, you never struck me as the type of person who likes watching that stuff, Rohan Sensei. The theme this time is evolution. Before you before you say, didn't you say before that you couldn't? Can you hear me? Is the audio? I'm sounding fine. Is it just like the music that stopped? Hold on. I'm quiet. Is it just no? The audio's not coming through. That's that's not good. Am I still coming through? Something about my audio drivers just like came up bad. You sound fine to me. There's no music though. Okay, I don't want to break anything, so we're just gonna do this part with no music. Sorry about that. Seriously, you never struck me as the type of person who likes watching that stuff, Rohan Sensei. Didn't you say before that you couldn't make a manga using things like sports rules because they're someone else's idea? Hey, cut it out. Don't twist my words, Kyoka. I never said I liked watching baseball, never even thought about it. What I did say was that every year athletes break past records and set even higher ones, remember? It's doing clipping snapping now? My microphone? Oh my god. I hate audio. Stop now? Alright, let's just try to get through this. Sorry. Was that every. Alright. Even the length of their limbs are way beyond what you'd expect from Japanese people in the past. Their muscles, their build. In other words, they're still in the process of Darwinian evolution. What? Rohan, what the hell are you talking about? And it's not just sports. Paintings and manga reflect the evolution of human intellect, too. I gave you the storyboards, didn't I? The theme of the manga I'm currently working on. Haven't you been listening to me? It's evolution. I told you that just the other day. You did? The hell? Rohan Sensei. I'd be careful if I were you. Back there's a cliff. One fall and you're done for. Besides from that stone wall onward is my property. Where are your parents? Huh? Cliff. Rohan Sensei, where are you right now? That car. Hawaii Island. What? You're in Hawaii? Since when? Okay. You draw your manuscripts on paper. The deadline's tomorrow. That's why I'm calling. And you're telling me you're in Hawaii? I'm here to watch the birds on Mount Hualalai. Is This is just another JOJOLands chapter. It's urgent. Some bird species in Hawaii are endangered. Places like this and the Galapagos Islands are hotspots for witnessing isolated evolution. As for the manuscript, come pick it up yourself. He's such an asshole. Just take a direct flight here. Problem solved. Wait, what? You mean you want me to come to Hawaii? So I just fly there, pick it up, and then fly back to Japan? Let me think. As if. A kid from a nearby villa. Anyway, I'm hanging up now. Gotta get back to work. You know what? We haven't gotten Rohan being much of a dick in a while. It's good to see him going back to his roots. What the hell does any of this have to do with bruschetta? Before I work on the pages, I think I'll make some tomato bruschetta. Oh, okay, alright, okay, here we go. Alright. Thank you, Rohan, for answering my question. With avocado. Bruschetta with avocado? I guess that sounds fine. Maybe with a glass of Planeta Etna Bianco. Okay. If you say so. TMP. TMP, 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 TMP. What the hell is this chapter? Rohan just cooks himself a nice dinner. Delicious. My favorite. Hmm. Ever since I moved back to this villa, there's been weird noises. Is it coming from the wine cooler? Don't tell me. Did someone disguised as a contractor plant some sort of weird listening device in the cooler to spy on me? I already got robbed on last year's vacation. Okay. Alright. Alright. So. Oh my god, what does that mean? Okay. So we know the world doesn't blow up in the year since. Alright, so Rohan said that he was going to meet up with Jojo again at some point before the end of JOJOLands. That could be a lie. I mean, Carrera didn't. But then again, I don't think Araki would miss an opportunity to bring Rohan back, so we can pretty much assume that he does come back at some point before then. Hmm. Hmm. This is gonna be a really weird page to come back to by the end of the JOJOLands. I just know it. It's gonna be very strange. I don't know why, but I can feel it. Drop, clink, clink, tap. No, it's not the cooler. It's the sound coming from the wall. Rohan, what the fuck are you doing? What is this? Nothing has happened so far. We got Rohan eating bruschetta. That's the chapter. No way, it's inside the walls. It's not some device. There's something moving in there. But the sounds have a pattern. Whoa. Something's behind the wall. Could be a mouse. That could be it. Still, the sound definitely has a pattern. It's copying me. Every time I tap, the same number of taps come right back. How curious. It's like the girl that he almost ran into with his car, just like hiding in his walls now. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? God damn it. It's not a good sign when when your mind is matching Rohan's thinking. What's behind the wall? Did something get in while I was away? What's. Did he just like trip? Is it like it seemed like it was just a sound. It's just a bunch of sounds happening. Why did he trip? It's not the walls after all. Scratches the ground and scratches come from. What the hell? Is it like space and time is like distorting? Is like the ground that he's sitting on the other side of the wall? What the hell is this? Something's behind the wall. Could it be a mouse? That could be it. Still, the sound definitely has a pattern. Is it copying me? Every time I tap, the same number of taps come right back. How curious. Wait, did I go back? Oh. Another glass. What is this? They're synced up. The tapping sound. It's not just coming from behind the walls or the cooler. It's responding with the same number of taps. Where's it coming from? Whoa. How does that work? If this is a ghost, I'm all for it. I love that sort of thing. This transparent glass window. If this is a ghost, I'm all for it. I love that sort of thing. Good reference. Just what is making that sound? What is this? It's coming from the flower pots too. These leaves, they're making a sound. No, it's the whole house. What kind of echo is this? It's always the same number of sounds. Everything's synced up. Oh, there she is. She kind of looks like Junkin Kid. It's you again. Hold it. Why are you in my backyard? Earlier I asked you where your parents were. Are you going to answer me? No, doesn't seem like it. Hey, wait, don't come any closer. I said stay back. What's wrong with your ears? It'd be really funny if we get to the end of this and it's just like nothing supernatural is actually going on. Rohan just hasn't slept very well. Scratch, scratch. Who are you? Are you sick? What's with your ears? Can you hear me? The sounds. The ones from the house. They were actually coming from inside me all along. What? The walls, furniture, the glass, they echoed when I tapped them, but only within my body. This echoing. Oh god, snails. This is bad, really bad. It's happening to me too. What's going on? Where did you come from? That's it, I'm going to find out. Heaven's door. Help, help, someone help mommy and daddy. Mommy and daddy are always covering their ears and can't go outside. Can't use phone. 9 days like this. My name is Soa, 4 years old. My footsteps are too loud, can't hear anything else. The sound of my fingers makes the phone unusable. Even the ringing in my ears is too loud. 9 days. That's terrifying. Help, help, someone help mommy and daddy. Help, help, someone. Alright. I need to read that 10 times. So the whole family is affected, huh? But there's nothing written here about any illness. The girl's healthy. It's not the source. They've been like this for 9 days. What the hell? As for me, heaven's door. Perfectly healthy. How? What the hell does heaven's door do? However, there's an unknown foreign substance in the body. I guess this isn't that outlandish from what he's done before, but still, Christ. What the foreign substance? A foreign substance. Is this an attack? What the hell is inside my body? Uh, uh. Oh god, he's turning into a snail. Even the sound of snails moving hurts. Tiny vibrations are echoing through my body. What's inside me? Hello, 911? Is this an emergency? Are you okay? Hello? Did something get inside my body? Even just stepping feels like my eardrums are about to rupture. I'm gonna be sick. The only thing I ate was a small bite of tomato bruschetta and some bottled water. Was like the tomato... Were the tomatoes contaminated or something? So it's not the food. It's not a disease. This is bad. There's nothing here to help me find the cause. 9 days like this. This girl's parents must have been helpless all that time. What kind of attack is this? I have to act fast, otherwise I'll be next. It was the damn olive oil. It's always the damn olive oil. What the hell? Gaming PC fans on the wings of a butterfly. Flutter. Slurp flutter. Snail. Those moths, they're attacking the snails. Heaven's Door. That's right, the girl's book had something about snails written in it. If you see a snail, close the front door. They're attracted by sound. Don't look out the window. Where was it? Here. 4. As long as you don't move, you'll be safe. 5. Even though the ringing in your ear makes you feel nauseous, you'll be fine as long as you don't see any snails. It can never be cured. You'll have it for life. You're kidding me. 8. It's not a disease. Oh, are they fucking lantern flies? Is that what's going on? The like invasive species? The like orange looking ones? That... Wait, what the hell? Those stone masks? That's the stone mask. So it's like evolution of lantern flies to the point where they get... Okay, alright. Why the hell do they have the stone mask on them? I'm pretty sure it's not going to be important, but it's like, that's a weird motif to use for this. No way. Yeah, it's like even zooming in, that's definitely the stone mask. This is really bad. I realized it too late. I have to get up and leave this place. I have to get back inside the house. On the island of Hawaii, some of the moths are carnivorous species that pierce the flesh and drink the body fluids of their prey. Jesus. They target snails or any other slow-moving herbivorous insects. Lurking in the shadows under leaves or places out of sight. The foreign substance in our bodies, it's gotta be the dust from those moths flying around. That's what's making those sounds inside us. We've been breathing it in all this time. It's a new evolved species of moth. Since I got back, they've been surrounding the windows and doors, waiting for me to inhale their dust. so they can use us to detect their silent, slow-moving prey. Uh, uh, they don't make you sick or kill you. They keep you alive to use as a living food detector, becoming a human Wi-Fi relay to help them track down snails. Hey kid, don't worry about me, okay? 9 days, huh? I'm just lying down to rest for a bit, waiting for the nausea to pass so I can get up. I have to get over there somehow. You stay back, kid. Right, you can't hear me. Crap, this might be a bad idea. But still, I'm gonna try and touch one of you. Rohan, please, please don't lick the moth. Please don't. Heaven's door, turn this moth into a buck. There has to be something in here. A weakness, a natural predator, something I can use against them. Like hell, I'm puking my guts out like this for 9 days. There's gotta be a way to cure this state. Something they instinctively avoid to get rid of the dust. Right here, this is it. I hate it to death. The compound found in eucalyptus trees that is called cineole. Again, what the hell does Heaven's Door do? Why can you... Alright, I won't. There's a eucalyptus tree in the backyard. I'll boil the leaves and drink the extract. These guys, they were really strong. That girl hadn't come here, I would have been done for, and so would her family. The way he phrased that, I'm just thinking like Goku walking up to these mods and being like, I heard you were really strong. Rescue's on the way now. So that's where she lives? Were these mods evolving in the jungle around here? This island's brimming with life energy after all. That girl, she swam across the bay to save her parents despite her condition. She was like 4 years old, damn. If we're talking new species, this girl's one. But that cliff below is about 30 meters down to the sea. No way. She couldn't have climbed it, right? Jesus. Bruschetta a la Rohan. Okay, I was worried it was gonna list the mods and the ingredients. But this isn't Dungeon Meshi. Evolution never stops. There we go. That's... Yeah, this whole thing was just so Araki could show the recipe. That was really interesting. I really do find it interesting. Yeah, moral of the story: lanternflies suck, and evolution is well. The evolution part is what caused it in the first place. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. But yeah, I guess the whole thing with like these moths like having the stone mask as like a motif on them, I really like how Araki just like takes these very like specific concrete like visuals from different parts of his work, and he like reincorporates them just like aesthetically to communicate an idea, right? Because like he does that a lot with his illustrations, and it's just like something that I usually take as like just a direct association with like a specific part, but like this being a way of just like communicating like some kind of parasitic evolution, that's really interesting. Because this has nothing to do with Phantom Blood or battle tendency or vampires or whatever. It's like exclusively communicating how it relates to like evolution within these creatures. Because I don't think it's a literal stone mask. I think it's like just the patterns on their wings kind of resembling a stone mask, even though it kind of like looks like it's jutting out a bit. It's like a carapace or something maybe, but yeah, it's very. I'm always like very impressed with how Araki like visually communicates certain things. It's very cool. Why bruschetta though? It's funny how Rohan has actually zero way to know the significance of the stone mask marking. Even if he did, like it was like shaped like a stand arrow or something, and it was just like related to that. I don't think he would acknowledge it anyway because it's more like just like a visual indicator for the audience to understand. In the same way that you rarely get direct references to like musical artists that create like the songs and stuff that stands are named after. I mean, of course, Italy, but I mean, like, bruschetta specifically, why? What does that have to do with the mods? Toasted bread rubbed with garlic? I guess that kind of relates to, like, the stone mask and the vampire stuff. I don't know. Anyway, I think it was 2 chapters. I think we're good for now. That was enjoyable. I really like Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan. I think it's like a very fun thing to have like a side series that's more about things that don't directly involve the main like stands system of JoJo, and just like have a weird shit happening that's completely unrelated. Like something that you're more likely to see out of part 1 or 2, like cryptids and stuff like that. It's very fun. It lets Araki do some very interesting things, especially since you still have like Rohan using Heaven's Door around in it. Even if it kind of just makes his ability nonsense at points. I really like Rohan's perspective of something weird is going on and want to be a part of it. Yeah, it's very fun. I want a rock insect based spinoff. Wait a second. Wait. Are these actually rock insects? I feel like they could be. I feel like that would be a really interesting. I feel like that's like legitimately a possibility. Like an intention that Araki made and just never like explicitly said it. Huh. Well, whatever. Anyway, uh, anything that I should touch upon before we end it here? That spoke just feels like Araki writing whatever's on his mind, and I like that. I like how it fleshes out Rohan more as a character. Yeah, it like it's fun. Like I'm sure it's very good from like a serialization standpoint, where he has something that he can just like do on the side, where it's not connected to any overarching plot that he has to keep adhering to, and he can just like stretch his legs a bit before going back to the main serialization. It's probably very like freeing as a creator. It's possible, yes, the girl may also be a similar species to Charming Man. Possibly. I'm this is like making me very curious about like what potentially earth-shattering final arc JoJoLands is gonna have. It would be very funny to just like the final arc of the final part of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is just like extremely mundane and doesn't really have many far-reaching consequences. Because like it's a legitimate possibility that that's the case. It's very possible that it's just like a very contained threat, like Wonder of You technically was. But yeah, all right. I think I'm gonna end it off here. That was fun. Uh, I will hopefully be back again next month, and I hope to see you in the next chapter. All right. Thanks for coming. See ya.